I'm going to record a few short videos here that deal with the fact that when I initially created the videos, I was running version 4.0 of Rails, and that has been upgraded to 4.2 since that time. And various tools like Rspec have also been upgraded since those. And so the behavior that you see on Nitrous might be a little bit different from what you've seen in the video. So the first one you might experience is when you do an Rspec install and you see both a spec helper file that's been generated and a Rails helper that's been generated. So if I open those up, I can see in the spec directory the spec helper right here looks like this, but it looks very different from the spec helper that I showed in the video. In fact, if you go to the Rails helper file instead, at least the prologue of it is going to look a lot more similar to the file in the video. In fact, this is probably the file when I talk about editing spec helper that you should go ahead and modify, because you can see this line right here where it says add additional requires below this line. Okay, and the other nice thing to notice, this requires spec helper, so anything in spec helper is going to also be used in Rails helper as well. So there are some other differences in here, but the big difference is just the fact that there are two of these files and that they've been split in this way. So when you see me talking about spec helper, first think along the Rails helper file rather than the spec helper file.